Hello Flickering Myth family and welcome to our channel. My name is EJ Marino and holy crazy Batman scene. We have to talk about this. Yes, if you are aware, there has been a bit of a social media campaign for the new Batman film where they were teasing the release of something once you figured out a Riddler riddle. Well, we have figured it out and we have what the prize was, and it is the deleted scene that features the Joker. Yes, the unseen, unnamed Arkham patient. He has a name, it's the Joker, and he's played by Barry Keoghan, and he is here. This scene is wow. I am still trying to process this 5-minute around scene that just made a big impression. So in this video, we will be talking about the scene itself, should it have been cut, and where will we see the Joker next. Alright everyone, let's get into it right now. The scene opens with Batman going to visit someone in prison. This is a bit like the interrogation scene we got in the film between Riddler and Batman, but there's a different person on the other side of the glass. Yes, in Arkham, Batman is visiting the Joker. This is all a deleted scene from this film. Most people know that there was the Joker tease in the movie, but this was a scene Matt Reeves has removed. He said basically it was for pacing of the film, and it was also to make the end Joker moment a bigger splash. We'll talk about that in a second, but yes, that's the context for the scene. So if you don't really know much about the movie, this helps because this only fits into the movie vaguely. So yes, Batman is going to visit Joker. This seems to be their 1-year anniversary. Joker's just like, hey, welcome. It's our 1-year anniversary. Been in here for a while. What's up, bro? And yeah, he's so menacing. There's a creep factor to this Joker that is unlike any other one. I like my Joker to usually be the crime boss fun Joker. Think of something like the animated series or the Jack Nicholson role. But this version, this is closer to what Jared Leto was doing at the end of the Snyder Cut, that weird demented one. Yeah, this is a creepy character, and his relationship with Batman is complex. There's a lot of weight to it already. It feels early on though. That's what I like. As he says, it's their 1-year anniversary, but there seems to be a connection with these two already. This scene is kind of reminiscent to, if you go back to the Silence of the Lambs, where Clarice is going to face off with Hannibal Lecter for the first time. She wants information about Buffalo Bill, so she goes to Hannibal Lecter, you know, a very famous serial killer, someone that she knows a lot about, in hopes of getting information about this other case. That seems to be what's happening here. He's like, hey Joker, we know each other. We have a little bit of a bond. Can you give me some information on this? Spill some tea. What's going on? What do you know about him? And Joker at first is just like, oh, you don't want to talk about us? Like, this isn't an us thing? You're just trying to use me? I love Barry's Jokerness here. It's so funny, the bond, the relationship. I love that the Batman and Joker are just in love with each other. At least Joker is definitely. That is a bit of the Scott Snyder Joker as well, which could be a big influence here. Okay, so yeah, he's just trying to get some information. He's reading the Riddler. He's getting to the case just like, wow, he's gruesome. These murders are very personal. But there's one thing that's a bit different about this case. Hey, Batsy, you two might have a lot more in common. Masked vigilantes that think they're trying to do something good for everyone. And Batman is shook by that. He's just like, oh my goodness, why is this man calling me out? Yeah, I love this scene so much already. I wish it was in the film, but I'm just enjoying the experience I had watching it today just out of nowhere. Yeah, and Batman, we don't really get to see a lot of the Joker's face. Batman, we get a good clear visual of him, but the Joker keeps being obscured until we get closer to the end, and Joker decides to drop something big on Batsy here. He's just like, there's something here, boy. You might agree with this Riddler more than you think, which could be throwing you off. How do you feel about that? What's going on there? Because as we kind of learned in the film, Batman, Gordon calls him out. Batman thinks these people are bad, and maybe what's happening to them is the wrong way to do it, but he's not completely like empathetic towards it. Joker smells that and really sinks his teeth into it. Speaking of teeth, we get to see the big reveal of his face, and that mouth is disgusting and gnarled and gross. wow, what a horrific looking Joker. I'm curious to see if Batman did that to him to maybe further their anger to each other. We know he kind of falls into the vat of acid sometimes as Red Hood and gets deformed. Was that something that happened here? What's going on with them? The scene ends, Joker kind of gets a little one-up on Batman. He seems to be like flustered. Great. So, should this scene have been in the final product? I would say yes. The movie's already long. What's another 5-minute scene? Maybe cut 5 minutes out of somewhere else. I think this could have been a really fun scene, a good homage to Silence of the Lambs, but a good way of having a Batman-Joker relationship that's not the main focus of everything. We like Joker, we like Batman, but we want them to not always be there. I'm not a big Joker fan because of that, because of the oversaturation with the character, because the overimportance pop culture has put on him. This kind of nerfs Joker a little bit. It makes him a big threat, but it also says he's not the big main factor of this film. He's a threat in Gotham, he's a threat to Batman, but there's more things happening in there, and I love that feeling. So I do think it could have worked. I understand why they wanted to cut it. It did make that end scene a bit more talking, a bit more of a talking point, but to be honest, was it? Like, I feel like everyone was just talking about the movie as a whole, not just that Joker moment. I liked it. Oh my goodness. Barry's performance here was solid. It was really creepy. It was really good. I think he's going to be a good factor into the Matt Reeves Batman universe later on, but where will he appear next? Could he appear in a film? Could he show up on the HBO Max things? I think making him a presence, much like he was in this little clip, he could be really good on an HBO Max level. It could kind of level up this version of the Joker and make people really like him before we shove him into the mainstream in a big movie. What do you guys think? Where would you place the Joker? Should he be in Batman 2? Should he be a main villain? Or should he just kind of be like he was in this film, another looming factor over this Bruce, this Batman, of like, this is coming, you have to deal with it? I would like to see any of this. Honestly, I'm really amazed by this scene, by this moment, by this Joker, by what we could do. So where do you want to see him? Do you want to see the Joker in HBO Max with like the Arkham Gotham PD show? Do you want to see him in the next film as the main villain? Share your feelings down in the comments below. Give us a thumbs up if you did enjoy, and make sure you all subscribe to Flickering Myth. We have so much more to talk about the Batman. We thought it was going to be done, but they keep dropping more goodies for us, so make sure you stay tuned and keep watching. Alright everyone, what did you think of the scene? Share it down below. Let's talk about all the Joker craziness.